sa fe da se no ko pay mo court eti wo ne e bo court do court ne ko yi ho ano
okay
ba bia da bedu an hwe o kene bi se e court na so mu nyamranifo e ko twitwaje o mu a ya hwe ne ma Ghana fo bi e de adwempo bi.
Charlie, welcome to the political rant with me, the voice right on Ghana SMTVGH. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on the notifications so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, you'll be notified. We are witnessing and we are seeing for the first time the most, okay, I don't want to use most because the word I come to use does not need most, the laziest, and I mean it, laziest Attorney General and Minister of Justice in our history so far. Laziest. Se o feel say obi ayade na ade a nipa na aye no ebia she has involved herself in corruption or corruption related activities more. What is the best thing to do? You go to a court, a competent court of jurisdiction. That is what you do. And yet press conferences. And yeah, press conferences because no, oh yeah, press conferences, Nisa. You not get any money from press conferences. In fact, the press conferences you organize, that alone is Sika will spend it. Because from experience, we invite media for say they should come and cover your press conference for you. You give most of them will go back with a TNT. Now they don't come alone. Mostly cameramen will come with the reporters. Every media house be a 222 now be a 2000 krama obia. Look at the money you are spending. Say uye investigation. Now investigation na uye no. Ebia, you have everything that is required to start prosecution. Go ahead and do the Go ahead and do the prosecution. Go ahead and do the prosecution. If you feel say nipa bi ewo akufado abayemo omo wiaska. And now you have beyond reasonable doubt evidences. We want to see action happening. We want to see the people being prosecuted. We want maybe as a court muna at the end of proceeding. Uba Bontina media folks say what happened in court, what transpired in court. Now Uma update. No problem. But now I am struggling to understand the idea behind it. Yes, and be him. Ade always say the nyasem biye nim at all. And a sad. Unbelievable say obi awaye law lecturer pen. And a lot of people respect Dr. Yine. PhD holder or law PhD holder. And you obi akwa netimya law a PhD in law. You obi akeke. Na banya ehu idie. Then now understand how come most of lawyers are more in this mono. They are not able to, even practice law. No, I'm because I don't get it. We still be a juma or national service. Our national service, no budget be or no or overestimated budget. Now, all evidence to that effect. We see wakwakoji loan be our bank. Na salo na kokoji or national service dim or the national service Canada collateral and all those things.
Actually, you court so. I say, oh, here catch them court in your kind of credit. Oh, see, catch them and your part na apply up court. You best reno. You best reno.
See, I think he should do with providing information. I am not challenging about with the ad libs, no, into add-on comments.
Yeah.
Say
ebetimi asisku dan ebetimi akwan say
sankoma mfeska we yankaska we ebetimi aye say then now who get into prejudicial terms, and that is where a problem not ever. And if he ends with providing for me Attorney General, I think the people of Ghana deserve to know update on your matter in my ministry. In my provide information. So na ye investigate the ye who so far in the your more sharp prepare more your court. Then it ends. No, I think mostly the commentary around the issue.
And how we say enne say asem no court. E be baby of ni Attorney General kasa on kasa ho biem. No be ka to say asem no court.
Yeah, when it's subjudicate,
that is it. Enti sa na ye hwe ni mu say Attorney General abeye. Eti be se no ma court no enye na dwuma.
Okay.
Na obi bia onam koti kwa so ma Ghana aboka ense fata no Ghana mamra ni ni no me me ja asem ntum abonten e ma Akwesi Nsiah meto me fam wadwen se asime se na so bentin bi aduoma sika eto che me hyiam de ni bone na ehwe no o che so kokodo konya nti didi mu a ma hyase akwa attack court ni ya attack court na Ghana ya wie because enne ya 3 arms of government no mienu ekọ mienu eye off akabako eno so kakra the MPP NDC no ese say a judiciary no ese ya eno ano no o manabo
Matthew Akwesi mame na se yemre no ekọ ye ne deputy defense minister ebedi.
If you have evidence of wrongdoing, because using public funds, who using public funds now the yes and money bia, against the law, and the laws must take their course. Why do you come and address the media? Because it's only a court that will be able to weigh evidence before it to say, if you are not guilty and I say you're guilty. So why the public? The only thing, the only way you come and address the public might be because you know you don't have a fact or you don't have a strong case. Sana obe ye say Edubuahin case we. I say Edubuahin there like he's going to jail tomorrow because why say any Edubuahin is walking around a free man. But we say obe ya there when na say nipa ne din wie. Na court na court ko ka say asema odi bae no nukra bia anima ope there what excuse what are you going to tell the person? Because what send the panel reputation? That is why there are courts, so that when the case is done, when the judge passes judgment, say this is my judgment, then you can come out and say yeah this Attorney General there Debbie. Not again. Like, I'm so disappointed. Academico, be on your PhD. Or yes, I am anyway.
To the commencement of each new service year, the directors would submit to Parliament for approval a budget figure representing the number of prospective service personnel for that particular service year. Consequently, or consistently, these figures were inflated by huge numbers. During the fiscal year, the directors will write to the Minister of Finance requesting permission to utilize excess funds allocated in the budget of the National Service Authority. Once authorized, the directors would transfer the funds into NSA's project account at the Agricultural Development Bank, and under the pretext of executing projects, would divert the funds into private pockets. Another criminal scheme hatched and exploited by the directors and staff is the deployment of ghost names onto the NSA system. Once deployed, the directors will then request that both ghost names and genuine names be transmitted by the head of accounts to the Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement Systems, that is GIPS, for payment. These payments included payments to Eastwich cardholders procured for the fictitious National Service personnel. Our investigations compared monthly data of verified National Service personnel generated from the Central Management System and submitted to the NSA Accounts Office, and the data of the NSA personnel who were actually paid through the gift system for a period of 6 years. That is from 2018 to 2024. It was established that a total of 587,543 personnel were to be submitted to gifts for payment of allowances. Meanwhile, data from gifts showed that a total of 650,165 personnel were paid, indicating that 63,672 constituted ghost names. These consisted of the following categories of personnel. That is, National Service personnel who were blocked on the CMS system during the registration process. Then National Service personnel numbers that exist in the payment records but do not exist on the central management system. And then, of course, NSA or National Service volunteers, and then some management staff and marketplace vendors. Fellow countrymen and women, our investigators additionally established that some of the ghost names were added to the list submitted by vendors representing the number of service personnel to whom they had supplied items or provided loan facilities, allegedly. When these vendors eventually received the payments, the directors and staff would then contact the vendors whose accounts had received payments, meet with them, and collect the additional money that had been added to the vendors' payments. For instance, we have conclusively established that after collecting these funds, some of the suspects, such as Gezi, Nyako, and Othing, handed them over to suspect Ose Asibe Entry in cash, and on some occasions deposited the cash into his bank account. Ose Asibe was the Chief Executive, the Director General of the National Service Authority. Some directors, such as Gifty Owari Mensah, created and executed a meticulously detailed plan using NSP, National Service.
World's largest economy.
Yeah.
This is big. You understand? Yeah. But the company feels say sika we no mutuama CEO no. CEO ni meet KPIs ay dia man. Sanka office say NA ECG system loss 1%.
Another 5%.
Another 5%. Can you need now so debia company ni post profit year on year. Anka 70,000 na 80,000 de masi anka be.
Okay,
no, that is why it is an issue. Let's make us say let's look at the issues holistically. Make sure say if you are paying a member of parliament 15,000 Ghana cedis, the Nioma MP be or yeah, it will become an issue.
Obi chem see se otimi ye dia it means say isika se ebe peja kosoro eti ye peja kwasi sia de bi e ka ho dia enye issue ejema me ka se ba bia ye gina se sie ne de
yes
say ya anti obi de so akwasi sia de ntimi kona because ye ko fa bi ko free abonti be ka akwasi sia de ho a ye bo sia bo
I know but rather than focusing on say yenti na ketua no can we then say okay CEO. And mind you, that for most of these parastatals, no, they are not paid from the consolidated fund. You understand?
I know.
No, for the purpose of this argument. Hold on. For the purpose of this argument, no, we have to put it in perspective and say, granted, Yamamo Quine, Muamu ye Juma, I generate revenue the Triamo.
Yeah.
But because buying a 100% shareholder,
yeah.
And when a target I dear mamo.
Okay.
Meet the because even uko outsider, some of the companies no.
Yeah.
Ubonus ubenya bema o package na cost no tied to performance.
Yeah.
Can we begin having that conversation? Where you know, and you're tied to performance. It is all your ECGM there.
There's 100,000 yeah.
BBA your demand you're doing there amount.
100,000.
And you're tied to any performer. That is where the issue is. But anya sir, so when the salary now, you begin to get emotional. And then you go into an emotional outburst. Hey, nipanisi kane sododo. Basanka nipanisi kane sono. And say, oh my 5% system losses. Or the amawa o problem.
It's because so my 5% system losses now. Now what because the 32% no.
Yes.
Is giving us about 3.2 billion.
Yes.
It's now go bet me and say best 3 billion.
Yes.
Sorry, yes. 3 billion. Yes. You can see ye be the aye akatua entumwa. And you difficult. Aban here so kwa kobo se biem. But this time no ye nyane sa. We are still recording losses. The man is still taking maybe make us 100,000 but for the sake of this conversation. The man is still taking 100,000. And now make us all taking 100,000. E bi so bre.
Enti ye nyane sa na.
Your man 100,000 you obi. Your man dine them.
Yes.
Your man nipa be no na duane. Yes. It's because Ghana so mu be penny na so be ofili o senke sebi se nye bi o senke bono because obi be we here be so to nyamu asoma dwo na le odwuma no on minor provided the amount
and this nipa na on timi nya adwuma no
yempam no
you know what you do uyi na di o the next person ne ba man strict your problem o man wi mu no because NSM ye ECG MD now from some enkwatena ECG na o ma me KPIs bia what are you holding me to? What? How then do you turn around and complain some salary?
To the CEOs need KPIs.
No, do you know? Inti president our appointee omo. Have you heard that say because every day say companies ne publish your annual
you losses.
Why you in a debate on losses no? When will be that? Has it happened? Say yes a party for na complain say as soon as you acquire and you acquire and why you in the okay this year you publish a company no audited statement of account or running at a loss in the CEO board member, has it happened before? No. And if we don't get there, where we demand of them certain target and result, the conversation around almost salaries, so against what?
Against Oman economy.
Oman economy. It is the same economy, no? And I may achieve my target. What is wrong?
Oman economy kosro.
And let's insist on that. Let's give them set KPIs. It is based on this KPI because the average American at CEO salaries and bona. But if the companies ne feel say CEO ya mafana no target am demand General Electric ton cars 500 mami in the year. What 600. That's a man what is wrong?
Obi say no na make say say nyina be go ade ko na mu.
Focus on
ade nyina be go ade ko na mu. Ye nyina yes akabi. Obi anya bi a odi. Na quick one.
Yes. Yeah, time no echo. It is my running through a AG press conference.
Attorney General.
Nafe yen twaso na Deputy Defense Minister Ababe Cancer. Ewo studio hanafe yen ononso entwa yen common so. Enti Attorney General utie the press conference.
Oh yeah.
No say
okay, say emso kasa about national service scheme.
Okay.
Emso won sem aba since ye to abawie ya abansa kraye bai no. Waka won semwa na odimbu church say say benfana won no e be create be friend ghost names national service e mom the JJ the usual allowance e twa de ma national service personnel no enti ni pa bia ye twa service card ya man ya create and one ma ye twa card go account ma man for JJ so be can say the first time penny for can wasem no o ka so the details beba and I'm pennes what the details so break down no
and when I share ghost names they will say service year and amount lost to NSP ghost names in the 2018-2019 na 25.8 million Ghana cedis
2018 2019
that service year no
25.8 million Ghana cedis
2019-2020 21.6 million Ghana cedis. Yes, 2020-2021 55.6 million Ghana cedis. That was huge. 2021-2022 61.3 million Ghana cedis. 2022-2023 350 million Ghana cedis.
Hey.
350 million Ghana cedis. 1 year, 2022-2023. And at 2023-2024, 32.8 million Ghana cedis. 32.8 million Ghana cedis.
So you move from 300 million.
In the 2022-2023, outlier. And on I was here, the crazy.
Abanya wana na afuna ni free COVID.
COVID is here free mu 2021-2022.
Na make it. I want to make it
350 million.
Wow.
Through ghost name.
And ghost name also.
In the Oka 6 service years in Abomo.
Okay.
548.3 million Ghana cedis. That's how much we've lost through the NSP ghost names, according to the Attorney General.
I say 548
million Ghana cedis. Yes.
It's dollar rate in 10.2. Let's say $53 million. What's happening here?
Through ghost names.
Yeah. Huge.
And that's what the AG are all prosecuting for on. And there were issues around executives nibi NSP executives nibi they or more NSP inflows no. National service allowance they ekosi awowa EDG loan for more personal project.
A national service sika.
Yes.
Ekoye our
collateral.
Yes. And on the J Bosia for on one personal,
according to the Attorney General. Yeah, for Nipane personal project. That's using public office for private gain. A corruption of the highest order. In the complete conflict of interest. And
there's all kinds of calculation. And some banks
that is if the AG is so minded. That's a investigations who prove that banks no
proceed from a basic kemudia then banks in pen for so betimiaka.
Yes, but age na nka bibia about banks in pen for now. Yes,
obi say enya Attorney General na otusa anamowe na me meka say nipa bi obenam ne dwumadie so amo my Ghana aboka say ne pani kwase de ho che no because I say if you move outside and cry,
yes,
now call some of our rural communities, so we now one city, I want to be the beato,
yes,
Eddie Akoya doye, or Sam Yam Yahodon, cause Ghana phobia a bre,
it's true.
in fact, dear thing cano, and yet, but will be so rura, baby pout him say, and yet, now I'm seeing cause them maybe Name be 10 Ghana, so we could it was afe. Tell them to I'm so 10 Ghana they first saw credits. Wouldn't say 2 a year did no, Akrane mamma and papa no offer, Ebedamase.
Oh,
10 Ghana cedis.
I want to be bro.
Yes, he's a old think Ghana so who says Ghana say a camp. Why do you say, hey, where do you yashi? But a near me bit in your idea microphone and yadaketwa.
Yeah.
Then I mean, force the beer does any baby or punitable po. A tea or mine bonny. I'm more mine a boca and say for some running. If I was some running dear money won't sampa or man mamra and energy. Look, my can say, you know, Mestre, ya Attorney General. I say, street court, outdoors.
Okay. A street court. And a court of public opinion.
My friend, street court.
Or pandatus are court. No.
I say, yeah, obio, the approach to issues.
Okay.
But you see, when a man is dangerous, you say, oh, whippy the anger of Ghanaians against a man for Yabomo.
Okay.
Now, Ghana, this ship be na domutrim. Say Nkrofo na age abomudi
500 million.
Omodi 4
in your court kwana
aish
onya ne ti didi
odi 4 eti wan hwe na ochene be otimi court e ko prove no ho emi ni frimpe
so you innocent
na attack be sha ase akoyeto ya court ne so
say omo bo corruption
ti mesre no enka we ye kan say no unso waka say wan kan be bia say wabo mo kwadu o say afi no wo kwa kwabo mo kwadu enka ye hwe no mu say enka wo ye ne saa no na enka kwadu bo no e be kire yen ese esimesi obenten ena no dwumadi aban de share ne nsa no ne dwumadi nam so Ghana abokase eti na ye na kwakogina enkra high court